What's going on, YouTube? Beanie Thuggish back here with another dedicated YouTube video, not, a stream VOD that's chopped up and put onto YouTube. We do those a lot. That's going to be the most of the channel. But today we're looking at a new player gym guide, or the fastest way to acquire gems as a new player. Some of the basics of how to acquire gems, so that you can get yourself into a deck, so that you can start acquiring more gems to get into the next method. So we're going to discuss both methods right now. The early methods, which is leveling characters. Leveling characters. If you level any character in the game from 1 to 30, you get, let me show you the math, I did it myself, 1,090 gems. Any character, if you get them from level 1 to level 29, because at 30 you get a card, right? Let me show you my Yusei Fudo, for example. I just started 5D's World, so I don't have a lot of characters. Don't judge me. So I have Yusei Fudo at level 29. Which means that I have gotten 1,090 gems out of Yusei Fudo. I can continue to go further, right? I can go all the way to level 39, which is going to give me essentially another 1,000 gems. 900 gems, actually. Another 900 gems. Okay, not bad. Pretty good. But the amount of XP that it requires to get from 30 to 40, from 30 to, what is that, 40? Is exponential. It's so much more. I would say stop at 30. Some people actually say stop at 26. Because you get 140, but I think getting the 250 from the extra XP is totally worth it. I just started 5D's World maybe last week, and I already have Yusei Fudo at level 29. I casually play. I just log in every day. I fight the bots. I play a little bit of ranked. I don't play all day. I don't grind a lot. Right? So take my word for it that it's pretty easy to get characters pretty high. Here's another one. I have Akiza at level 23 because I play Air Mages with her. So when I was playing Air Mages in casuals and ranked, and then also completing some of the missions, which we'll get to here in a second, you also, get gems. The second method, that's, remember, 1,090 for any character in the game. I think I checked them all, or I checked all the one in 5D's World at least, so quote me on that. 5D's World, it's 1,090. You can also do missions. I'm at stage 11. I know some of us don't really like doing missions. Missions are pretty boring. You don't really want to change the way your decks function just to fit a requirement for the NPCs, but if you do the world missions, look at that. I'm at stage 11. I get 50 gems for completing stage 11. Not to mention any other gems that I got from those missions. Some you get coins, some you get keys, some you get gems, which is pretty cool. And then also special mission, logging in every day, playing a total of some amount of duels, having each character reach a certain level, which is also going to come alongside you leveling up your characters. You're going to get additional gems, which is pretty cool. See, look at that. If I get Joey Wheeler level 30, level 29 is where I want to stop. One more level, I get an additional 50 gems, putting me up to 1,140, not to mention also getting a level bonus for level 10 and level 20. So we can add another 100. 1,240, pretty good. And these are all like special missions. You also get weekly missions that reset every Sunday. And when you finish a full week of missions, your weekly missions, they will give you gems. Maybe the other ones won't, each individual one, but you'll get gems specifically for finishing the weekly mission, which is pretty cool. Another one is events. This is the one I wanted to talk about the most. If you have an event that's available to you, most of the time, just doing said event will get you some amount of gems. Whether it's DD Castle, the Turbo Duel GP, you just have to play 3 duels a day in Turbo Duel GP, win or lose without surrendering, and you get 50 gems. It's not a lot, but that's 50 gems a day. That's more than you get from the other method, replays. Every single day, you can watch one street replay for 5 gems. You can also click on random things in the world, and sometimes you'll get gems from them. If we see a Stardust in the background, we get gems, no Stardust. If we hit these lights and we see the car zoom by, no gems, right? But all of these things have the potential to get you gems. 1 to 5 gems every single day. Not a lot, but it does start to add up. Another method is, once again, another event. I've already done the bingo card, but clearing your bingo card, clearing any event. The most sustainable way, or the way that you can do if you're extremely new to the game, which also teaches you a lot about individual decks, is going to the duel trials. There's a lot I haven't finished, okay, so please don't judge me. But so duel quizzes, all of them are done. I think you get 20 or 15 per duel quiz. Not a lot, but hey, it's something. And it'll start you off, it'll get you into your first starter deck, afflicting damage, Thunder Dragon Fusion, all that stuff. Cleared all these. I think these were 25 each, maybe 30. Level 3 duel quizzes, these are 50 or 40 each, I think. Pardon me, it's gonna take a little. And I've already, of course, done all these because I started off with just nothing. I started off with nothing. I didn't really want to spend money on the game, but to play ranked, I ended up buying Noble Knights with gems. Bought the Noble Knight starter deck with gems. I think it was 1,000 gems. And then I ended up buying the additional 2 to get myself a competitive deck for ranked, allowing myself to get more gems and tickets in ranked. That will be the last method we'll talk about today. I'll show you guys why that's pretty valuable. Use a loner deck. Win a duel using a loner deck. I can get 3 gems today just by winning with a loner deck. This is totally random. Sometimes you get keys, sometimes you get gold, sometimes you get gems. So now what I should do is I should click this, hit start, and win with a loner deck too. Win using a loner deck. Oh, that's very cool. Wow. Let's see what the loner deck is today. The loner deck today is Amazonas. Nice. So I have to win with Amazonas. But if I do, I get 3 gems. And then all these, I think, are worth 30. There we go. They're worth 30. And there is a lot of trials. There's, I believe, 2 trials for every box that comes out. So every additional box that comes out, there's 2 new trials. And then there's 2 new of these. There's also 2 new trials in level 3. So you can always get, I guess that's probably 100 gems. You can probably get about 100 gems every time a new box comes out if you do the loner deck duels and the trials, along with getting an additional 500 gems just for a box releasing. So if the box sucks, there's nothing really you want from it, instead of spending the 500 gems, you can just save them up, use them for something else that you want. The last way, and most important way, I think that a lot of new players are really afraid to do this, but I think what you should do, even if you don't have a very good deck, I think if you can get yourself to 500 to 1,000 gems or whatever, I think you should go into decks. You should purchase a starter deck. You should see whichever one looks coolest to you. It doesn't even matter how good it is. Just whichever one looks cool to you, that looks like it'll be good. There is guides out there. I think it's Duel Links Best Decks or Duel Links Meta. He did a recent guide tiering all of these starter decks from how good they are, how many good cards they have in them, how many staples, and that's a good thing to look at. I wish I could show it to you offhand. Maybe I'll put it in the comments down below or in the description. But there are a few decks in here that are pretty good right out of the box if you buy one of them. Like Gladiator's Return, it's an EX deck, which means it's more expensive than it should be because it doesn't really feel like an EX deck. But it's 1,000 gems. If you get this, and maybe even if you want to spend the additional $3.99 to get another one of the deck to fill it out, you know, you can win with this deck. You can go into ranked and make it all the way through rookie, bronze, and probably even silver with this deck. And that's going to be a lot of wins you're accumulating. Every time you rank up, you get gems, and every time you win matches, you also get gems. I'll go ahead and show you guys that right now. Personally, when I started, I bought the Noble Knight starter deck. That's actually when I started the game. I saw that the Noble Knight starter deck released, and see, I've already bought it. See, so that's why I can't buy it again. And this says limit 1 purchase. So that's weird, because I already have it. Like, I have so many of these cards. I bought the Noble Knight starter deck, and recently, I went back in time a little bit. I went back 6 months, roughly, and I bought Fire King starter deck, because I just thought it looked cool. Blowing up the field every turn seems kind of sick, and it happens to also be on the tier list. So just branching out, buying another deck. It's only 1,000 gems, I believe, right? It's only 1,000 gems, so if you build that up, it's kind of worth it to get it, you know? Let's go ahead and move on to showing you guys rank. You don't get gems from casual duels, which does kind of suck, but you do get gems from rank. Here I am on Akiza. Like I said, in ranked, I used her, and I played Aromages. Aromages is actually a free-to-play deck. You open one box, you get a bunch of the cards from that specific box, and then everything else comes from the card trader, which is pretty cool. It is random. It takes a little bit of time. It took me forever to get Kanaga. I literally didn't have a Kanaga for the first month of playing. A month in, I found my first Kanaga, and then 3 weeks later, I found my second Kanaga, and I checked every 8 hours on the hour as soon as I could, barring sleep, of course. Now, if you go into details/rewards, you can look here. It'll show you everything that you can get. You can get all these rank tickets. That's really cool. You can get all these rank tickets. So you can get a bunch of random cards. They're not super strong. They're not the most powerful, but there is certain cards in there that you can use for some of the decks that you can build. That otherwise would be really hard to acquire, or you can't acquire them at all. Let's look at the super rare ticket, for example. The super rare ticket, say you want to play the Red Eye Slash Dragon deck, which I think is 1,000 gems. You could get one of the Red Eye Slash Dragon deck and one more, all right? So that's $3 to $4, right? You're spending $5 and 1,000 gems maybe, if that's consistent EX deck. And you're getting a ladder ready, I won't say a competitive ready, but a ladder ready starter deck that you just add one additional deck to. But the deck is missing a very crucial card that I think really helps the deck, and that is Red Eyes Insight. The only way to get Red Eyes Insight is from these tickets specifically, which is a little crappy, but it does incentivize you to play ranked, and while playing ranked, you're also getting gems. So, big brain on Konami. They are pushing you to a free-to-play model instead of making you open a bunch of boxes for this. Instead of doing that, just play some ranked. It doesn't matter if you're doing poorly. You're going to get a couple of wins here and there. All you got to do is make it to 50 wins. You have a whole month. Play ranked 10 games a day. Maybe you'll win 2, 3, you know. Hopefully you'll get to at least one of these every season. Maybe you'll get to 2 a season. Then one Red Eyes Monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. Add 1 Red Eyes Spell or Trap from your deck to your hand. You can only, except Red Eyes Insight, you can only activate 1 Red Eyes Insight per turn. This lets you add Red Eyes Fusion to make your Slash Dragon. Then with your Slash Dragon, you equip something to it, make it really big, and it can't be targeted. Then every time it attacks, you equip a warrior from the graveyard. Nice. Pretty cool card. I don't think it's like extremely meta, but it's pretty strong. There's even with the, let's look at the ultra rare ticket as a matter of fact. The ultra rare ticket has cards like Amazonas, which was the the loner deck duel today. I believe there's Amazonas cards in here. Yeah, there's Amazonas Princess, there's Amazonas Paladin, and then I believe there's also the Amazonas Trap. Maybe the Amazonas Trap is a super rare, and I missed it. I don't know. I could have been not paying attention. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, that's Amazonas Archers. I guess Amazonas Onslaught isn't here. I guess you don't get it from this, but you do get Amazonas Willpower, which is pretty good. And you can also get Solemn Scolding, which is a really strong trap for going first if you're playing a deck that's gaining life, like a Rim Mages. Let me go back to details. The reason why I mentioned ranked, these tickets are cool, but the real reason why I mentioned ranked was for the gems, right? And I got a little lost, a little off track, a little off topic. Let's go ahead and go to obtained. I've obtained all of these rewards this season. I don't play a lot of ranked. I really don't. I was playing more turbo duels than ranked, but because it's the turbo duels, they also count for the PvP because there is some sort of a climb/grind element. So you do actually get your victory rewards for playing turbo duels. So something to keep in mind. This video is going up today. If you haven't started playing turbo duels, get in there, play some turbo duels. They're pretty fun. You do have to use a 5Ds character, which means you have to have unlocked 5Ds world at times. But every win up until 50, you get something. You get 5 gems or you get some ticket, right? So every other 5, I believe, you get a ticket. So that means you're missing, let's say 20. No, let's say you're missing 10. You're missing 10 5 gem bundles in 50. So let's go. How do I go? There we go. That'd be 40 times 5. So you're getting 200 gems just from playing a little bit. You also get gems for going from rookie 1, rookie 3, rookie 2, rookie 1, all of that stuff. And then as you get further along, you still get the same amount of gems. It takes a little bit longer. They are spaced out more, but at the end, you do get 1 ultra rare ticket. You also get some dual orbs, which is cool for resetting the standard duelist. I think that's pretty much all we have to look at when it comes to new player gems. Expect an accompanying new deck guide. I want to talk about a few of the starter decks that I think you guys should pick up if you're brand new to the game, want to get into ranked, and don't really have a lot of money to spend, don't have an excess amount. Everything that I'm going to show you is under 20 bucks or in one box or is from the card trader completely. So this has been Beanie Thuggish talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe to the video. I'll see you guys later. Peace, YouTube.